All the way out in San Francisco, California, a guy named Marvin Franklin Hubbard was part of a siege at Alcatraz, the famous prison out in San Francisco, California. He was part of an escape attempt, and it wound up being a gun battle. It lasted a couple days, and he was killed in the process, him and a couple others. But it's kind of weird seeing that he's buried here in rural Alabama, just outside of Gadsten, out in the middle of nowhere. So he took his last breath inside Alcatraz, and now he's here in Alabama. I believe he's buried right next to his mother. But I'm going to show you the gravesite, and I will tell his story. Appreciate you watching. Marvin Franklin Hubbard, born August 13th, 1912, on an Alabama farm in an unknown county. He was arrested for auto theft in Alabama in August 1937. He escaped with two other prisoners. They took a local police officer hostage, taking the officer across state lines into Tennessee, making the situation even worse. The officer eventually escaped. There was a posse that caught up to Hubbard. He was wounded by the posse during the encounter. By 1946, he was serving a life sentence for armed robbery, kidnapping, stealing firearms, escaping from a county jail, and driving a stolen vehicle across state lines. Later, after his role in a prison riot in Atlanta in 1946, he was transferred from Atlanta to Alcatraz. In Alcatraz, he was a kitchen orderly in Alcatraz, which made him a valuable asset for an escape attempt. Hubbard and a few other inmates were able to overpower a couple of the guards and then even take a few more guards hostage during shift change, but they weren't able to get the keys to get out into the yard as expected, so they were trapped inside. They held hostages in a couple of the cells and even fired into the cells, attempting to kill the hostages at one point. The warden brought in some Marines to use tactics to get the prisoners isolated into a certain area so the siege can be brought to an end. The final assault on these men was on May 4th, 1946. When the Marines went in to get them, 3 shots were heard, and when they got to the men, they had all committed suicide. 5 people died in the gun battle at Alcatraz, 2 of the guards and the 3 prisoners attempting to escape. Hubbard's body was returned to Alabama, and he was buried in the family plot. After her death in 1972, his mother, Fanny, was buried beside him, and the graves share a single headstone. For unknown reasons, the headstone gives an erroneous date of death for Marvin. That was hard to find. I think I looked right at it when I first got here, but that's the grave. I hope you enjoyed the video. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe, and let me know what you think. Thanks for watching.